This past weekend was Labor Day weekend, and I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. I did virtually nothing. Yeah. Hey guys! Good to see you. This week, I wanted to talk about something that's kind of close to my heart, share a little bit of my past with you. This month is National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and you guys might be asking if I've had cancer. No. Cancer has been a really big part of my life for most of it. National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month is just a month where people bring attention to the stories of childhood cancer, really throw out support and do events to bring in money for research and for organizations that help those families that have children with cancer. I myself am a huge supporter of this because of the fact that my family has been through this. My brother was diagnosed with cancer back in 2005, and also I lost my best friend to cancer when we were 17. Now, I will talk to you about my best friend at a later date. Right now, I'm gonna share with you kind of my family story and my brother's story. Here is my family. This is my sister, my brother, my mom, and my dad. And look at this handsome devil. Aww. Back in 2005, my brother was having trouble breathing one day when he was playing a baseball game. They brought him to the doctor and they did some tests, and then they brought him to a hospital. And after more tests, they found out that he had leukemia. What leukemia is your body is not able to produce enough white blood cells to function. And it just sort of starts depleting and depleting and depleting as the disease continues. When we found out, this was obviously devastating. My brother was started on a treatment plan and whatnot. When Matt was diagnosed, a lot of our life was kind of just uprooted. My mom switched districts to be closer to us. We were going up to the cities, me and my sister, every weekend because we had to go to school during the week. My parents were spending basically all their time with Matt up in the cities, doing their job and then going back up to Matt. But that's just kind of like what happened with us. Shh. Stop. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Okay, so. Hold on. Ah, I win. So, anyways, yeah, at Children's Hospital, the doctors realized that through his treatment, that Matt was gonna have to go through a bone marrow transplant in order to get better a substantial amount. A bone marrow transplant is where they take bone marrow, which is the kind of like soft inner part of your bones. They take that out of one person, and if it matches your blood type, they put it into the sick person. They inject it into the bone where there is no marrow, and the body uses that marrow to help produce white blood cells because that is where they're made. Once we found out that Matt needed a bone marrow transplant, the first thing that we did was we, as a family, got tested to see if any of us matched Matt's blood. They tested my two parents and me and my sister, and we waited maybe about a week or two. I was at home with my mom, and my mom called me in to her bedroom, and she got off the phone, and she was like, guess what? And I knew right away. I found out that I was a match to Matt. I tested AB negative, and he is AB positive. From that point, it was just preparing for what was gonna happen. Vitamin regimens, appointments to kind of prepare me for the procedure, and they asked me, they said, are you sure you wanna do this? And I remember being 10 years old and saying, well, will it help Matt? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, well then yeah, I want to do it. November 10th, 2005, Matt and I went through a bone marrow transplant. They removed the bone marrow from my hip bone. That's where they removed it, because that was the largest deposit in my body at that point in time. So when I woke up, it was the same day. I was really tired. Back pain, but nothing like severe. On that day is when like they would give it to him. They would, well, I don't know if it was that day, it might've been the next day. I bet my mom's gonna watch this and be like, Mitch, you were wrong for like half of it. I'll be like, Mom, I was 10. Nope, it was that day. Because it was like early in the morning that we had to do this. Early in the morning I woke up to go to the hospital and get everything ready, and then we did the procedure, and then it was like midday when I woke up, and I went to go see Matt, and they were like hooking up the bag. We actually have a picture of that right here. Aren't I just a little cutie? right? Oh my god. I am holding up my pants because they were so huge. The only choices I had were between Peter Pan tights or pants that were not for a child. So I chose the huge pants because, one, if I woke up with a sore back and a wedgie, I would not have been a happy camper at 10 years old. Matt was hooked up to the bone marrow to see if his body would accept it, and turns out it was successful. It was completely successful. After that, it was basically seeing how his body progressed with treatment and chemo and stuff like that. After the bone marrow transplant, it got a lot better for him, and he eventually went into remission. My family had a really, really, really lucky miracle sort of happen. And not every family gets that. Not many families go through it as quickly and easily as we did. But at the same time, to us, there were definitely times when it was not easy. And that I can say for everybody that goes through this. It's so hard. My brother has been in remission for almost 10 years now. And it's incredible when I think back to it. So that part of my life was actually, as much as you might think it would be kind of a bad memory, that part of my life was actually a very important part and a very, very good part of my life because it introduced me to so much kindness in the world. There were so many people out there that put their hands out and just helped us when we needed it. And also, there were so many organizations and so many different people that were just giving their time to people like us. And we also met so many families that were just like us. Like it was such a time of love, and my family really came together, and I will never forget all of the good that I experienced in that time of bad, basically. That is my family's story. Take time to think about families and people that are going through this experience because it's hard. So links to resources for families or people that know people that are going through this same situation that I might have. I want to put those links down below in the description box. I love all of you, and I especially want to send my love out to anybody that's going through this experience as I did and my family did. I would like to say I love my family so much. Matt, Katie, Mom, Dad, I love you guys so much. Don't forget, please don't forget. Oh my God, don't forget about it. Comment, like, and subscribe. Whatever. I will see you guys next week.